What's up, everybody? My name is Logan Schroen. Welcome to CTF Schroen Talks Football. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my NFL wildcard predictions. I know there's only 6 games to go over, so to add a little bonus, I'm also going to predict the semifinal college football games at the end. I almost did just a whole bracket prediction, like wildcard divisional, and I would predict the Super Bowl, but honestly, I think that wouldn't be the best, format-wise, and I think this would just be a little bit more clean, and plus, I did want to talk about the college football games just because I predicted the last round, and I want to talk about how badly I did. I'm sorry for the spoilers on that, but I also wanted to predict the other games, so this is why we're doing it like this. So let's not waste any more time. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. With all that out of the way, let's get started. So coming off the last week of Week 18, I ended up with a pretty average 11-5 record. So now my total record for the regular season ended up being 188-86. That's pretty good for a regular season record. I will still count the playoff games I predict onto this record, but I will also keep it separate so it's not too confusing. But yeah, pretty good record end of the season. It was a pretty good one. A lot better than last season. If you guys would have seen that on YouTube, holy crap. Alright, the first game we've got is the 5th seed Chargers at the 4th seed Texans, and I was just saying this from the beginning. This would be best case scenario for the Chargers because I didn't see them beating any other team here, but they are facing the Texans, so with that being, I got the Chargers winning this one 27-17. I just don't think Houston's that believable of a team. They haven't played like a top team. They haven't played like a 10-7 team. They look like an 8-9 team to a 7-10 team. They just don't look that good. Plus, like I've been saying from the beginning, CJ Stroud's been very underwhelming. I hate the guy even more now since he sold my fantasy team, but that's beyond the point. Their offense is not that good. Their defense is really good. I still believe in D'Amico Ryans, but it's just the chemistry with the offense that's just been a huge issue. If Joe Mixon is not going off, then this offense is just not going to work. And I think that's what's going to happen. The Chargers defense is going to expect what's going to happen, and they're just going to control this whole game, all game long. I think the Chargers will have an easy win here, and they will make the divisional round. Next game we got is the 6th seed Steelers at the 3rd seed Ravens. Division rivalries are the best playoff games, I swear. But this one will not be one of those examples. I think the Ravens will stomp the Steelers 17-34. I just don't know why the Steelers do this. They start off really hot. They start off really good. And then they end the season, very underwhelming. And they end up, having people, as well as myself, think they're not as good as their record shows. And it's ironic because they have Russell Wilson. And plus, the Ravens are just a way better of a team. I know Zay Flowers isn't the healthiest, but other than him, the Ravens can function without a receiver. They've got Lamar, they've got Derrick Henry, they have the best tight end duo in the league, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. They don't need Zay Flowers. Plus, their defense has been heavily improved. I'm sorry I haven't, said that before, but yes, I do notice the Ravens defense has been a lot better now. So I think that alone, especially that this game is at home, will get the Ravens an easy win here. Next game we got is the 7th seed Broncos at the 2nd seed Bills. And I know last vid I said the Broncos were going to get stomped. But honestly, I think this game will be a little closer. But I got the Bills still winning 21-31. I think how this game is going to go is I think it's going to be probably tied at halftime. And it's going to be a really close game until the 4th quarter. And that's when shit will hit the fan for the Broncos. I think that's when the Bills will take over. And I think that's when the Bills are just going to take over the whole game and score a bunch of points. Even though I think it would have been a whole lot funnier and probably a bit more entertaining if the Dolphins or Bengals would have made it here. But other than that, I think I do respect the Broncos as a team. I had no expectations for this team. I thought they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league, and they shocked us all. So honestly, the fact they've made it this far is very impressive. But they're facing the Bills, man. This is probably one of their best shots to even make it to the bowl. I think the Bills will make it far, and I think they will win this game. Now we got our first NFC wildcard matchup. First, we've got the 7th seed Packers at the 2nd seed Eagles. And with injuries or not, I still think the Eagles will win this game 24-34. Last time these two faced, it was week 1, and it was an absolute showdown. Both teams went off on each other, but the Eagles did come up as the better team, and I think the same will happen here. Except I think the Eagles realize how much more talent than they did in week 1. I think even with Jalen Hurts in or out, I think they will still win this game. With Saquon and their defense alone, I think we'll get the job done. Even though the Packers do have a strong team, Josh Jacobs is really good. Jordan Love, even though he's been hit or miss this season, still been really good. Their defense is still really good. This should be a really fun game, but I think the Eagles are a better team as a whole. Next, we've got the 6th seed Commanders at the 3rd seed Buccaneers. I have this being the best game out of all the playoff games here. I think this will be an absolute showdown, but I've got the Bucs winning this 34-37 in overtime. This was definitely the hardest game to pick for me, but I ended up picking Tampa not only just because it's at home, but I know how good Tampa is when it's playoff time. I know they can rally points, especially with Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans, and also Bucky Irving is a really good running back. Their defense will take some hits, but I also do think they will make a couple plays happen. Same with the Commanders. They will be really good in this game. Jane Daniels is going to have a hell of a game. It's going to be remembered by for a while. But I do think their defense is a little bit of a downfall. It's a little bit of a weakness for this team. So that's why I think, overall, I think the Bucs will win this game. It will be a great game, though. It will be one of the best playoff games we'll ever watch, in my opinion. And the last wildcard game we've got is the 5th seed Vikings at the 4th seed Rams. And this was a very tough game to pick, but I ended up picking the Vikings here 23-20. Not going to lie, I almost picked the Rams here just because last time these two faced, the Rams won, even though they got bailed out by the refs. But also, the Rams have one thing that just makes it, the most scary thing to face in the playoffs, is that it's a team that has a baller offense, but doesn't have much of a defense, and they're just going to say, F it, we'll outscore you. That is the worst possible team you can face in the playoffs, and that's what the Rams have. But at the same time, the Vikings have probably the best defense in football right now, and I think that alone will keep the Rams only at 20 points. And I do see their offense struggling a little bit, they came off of a horrible game against the Lions last week, but that's done. That's in the past. This game, I think the Vikings will create some points, but I think it will be hard for them just because the Rams will create some pressure, but I do think the Vikings will come up on top. I had an absolute feeling that was going to be really short, so let's just get to the college football picks. So coming off the second round of the playoffs for my picks, I ended up with a 1-3 record. Maybe I should stick with NFL picks. Man, that is bad. I did not see Oregon becoming huge frauds. I did not see at all Georgia losing. And also, I didn't think Boise State was going to play as badly as they did, but they did. I honestly should have saw that coming. All they had was a Sean Genty. I don't know why I had them beat Penn State, but whatever. It happened. I knew Texas was going to win, but I didn't think it was going to be that close, so I can honestly see this whole week being an L. This was bad. Alright, so the first semifinal college football game we've got here is Notre Dame at Penn State. I think it's going to be a fantastic game, but I do think Penn State's just a bit better of a team, and I do think they will make it to the national championship. I think they will win this game 24-31. I see this being a really close game, especially that both teams are extremely good, but I just think Penn State's run game is just really good, and it's just going to overpower Notre Dame. And I just think, especially that this is at Penn State, which is one of the best home field advantages in college football history. I think that alone will get Penn State the win, and they will make it to the Natty. Alright, and the next college football semifinal game is Ohio State at Texas. This will also be a phenomenal game. I think this will be a better game than the one previous, but I think Ohio State will win this game 45-42. If I had to learn one thing about Ohio State this whole year, is that you can't count them out. I know they weren't the most impressive team in the regular season, but playoff Ohio State, it's been a whole nother team, bro. They're putting up 40-something points, like nothing. Both games already, and I think they will do the same here. You just can't count this team out. You can't go against them. I've learned that. I went against them against Tennessee. I went against them against Oregon. I just can't go against them again. I can't do that again. Basically what I've been saying, Ohio State's been playing some of their best football this season right now. So, especially with a great team like Texas, they came off with a huge win against Arizona State, who was also another great team. But, I just think Ohio State's just playing a lot better ball than Texas right now, and I think this will be a really close and entertaining game. I think Ohio State will get the job done, and they will face Penn State in the Natty. And there you guys have it. Those are my NFL wildcard predictions as well as my semifinal college football predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below on how you think your team's going to do in the playoffs, and let me know your predictions on your wildcard predictions below, as well as your college football predictions. I would also like to know that too. So that is where I'm going to be done for the day. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. I'm Logan Sharon. I'll see you next time.